Soon below us came into view a glowing golden light. A light shot up the darkened shaft, flickering so very bright. The shaft opened into a canyon lit by pools of molten gold. The pools were filled by flowing walls that came from various holes. The holes were scattered all about within the ceiling walls, and from the holes came varying degrees of golden falls. Some of the molten falls came out of statues filled with jewels. The gold spilled from out their veins and gushed down into pools. As we were lowered down into the chasm, we heard the echoes of screaming phantasms. Soon the cage hit the ground atop a tall, golden mound. The canyon was humid and filled with steam, and the demons all around us bellowed their piercing screams. Down below the mound, which upon we stood, gathered those who hoarded what they could. In life they took more than what was needed, while others suffered, their lives sad and depleted. Men and women gathered all around to drink from the pools of gold within the ground. And as they drank the molten gold, their hands and faces melted to the bone. They, however, did not stop. Instead, they gorged some more, and it melted through their stomachs and down onto the floor. And when their hands had melted away, they bent down, and to my own dismay, they buried their faces into the molten ore, bleeding and melting in a frenzy of gore. I seen them gathering for miles at the pools, melting their faces off as greedy old fools. We moved off the mound and over a bridge to a cliff. The molten pools below us flowing down into a rift. I followed my guide down a diamond inlaid path, while others around us cried in pain, and around us demons laughed. Our shoes protected us from the diamonds cutting our feet, while those who were around us were left to walk and bleed. The diamonds appeared as rubies running thick with red, as they were walked upon by the many sluggish dead. We moved down the diamond path onward toward a golden palace. The palace was formed with grotesque bends that added a hint of malice. We walked up to its giant doors that stretched way up so many floors. The doors were filled with precious jewels, and all over were etchings of demons and ghouls. From the palace windows came a hazy glow, a reddish tint amongst the gleaming gold. We approached the door that opened fast, and from the palace came a foul gas. The gas appeared as a thick green mist, and its disgusting smell made me sick. We stepped inside the first room, which was filled with that thick, green, hazy gloom. I covered my face and moved on in, my fingers covering from nose to chin. The green mist came from pulsating sacs set in the walls amongst bleeding cracks. This room was alive and seemed to breathe, and from its cracks, pure red it did bleed. Through the room we came to another set of doors, and when they did open, they screeched across the floor. In the next room we discovered the source of the glow, the red, glowing haze from the palace window. It came from white walls covered in red, reflecting with light the blood of the dead. Hanging from the ceiling were ornaments of gore, decapitated heads and severed limbs galore. The color contrast was sick and grim in this room so heavy with sin. My eyes then moved down to a tall throne made of thousands of human bones. Every bone was dipped in gold to shine, and in every skull's eye there was a gem to find. Every gem was there, from ruby to sapphire, and sinners stood beside it in blood-drenched attire. Upon the throne sat a demon, the great king of greed, and those who stood near him were all of his creed. The tall beast's skin was of a sickly yellow, all wrinkled and aged, a sneering old fellow. His skin was frail, and it cracked when he moved, and the cracks oozed a pus that matched his skin's hue. He was dressed in fine purple linens. Here sat a king and a master of sins. His nose stuck out, all pointy and round, and his eyes were of a very dark brown. When he opened his mouth, his teeth could be seen, all turned a disgusting yellow and green. His ears stuck out and pointed up into the air, and from his head sprouted long, matted hair. The demon informed us of his title as king.
Lord Mammon,
the master of material things. He was the ruler of the Ring of Greed, a fitting fiend for this sin indeed. Mammon raised his arm, and his skin cracked, and with his fingers he made a loud snap, a snap so loud it gave out a boom, and there appeared doors in the center of the room. They hovered without wall, ceiling, or floor, and thus we moved onward, on towards those doors. My hands grasped the handles of this evil entry, and I did not look back at demon or sentry. Social media can be very unpredictable, especially regarding horror content. If this content gets removed, all new content will be simultaneously presented on various websites provided in the description to this video. Make sure to follow me in other digital spaces so that you never miss out on the terror. Also, if you like this video, make sure to leave a comment and hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy what's here, consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Writing is a dream of mine, and it's all of you that make that dream come true.